Dhammakaya tradition. At the end of the rainy season, Luang Pa Wat Paknam transferred to Wat Bang Pla to teach the monks residents there. He was able to train 3 monks and 4 lay people to attain Dhammakaya in his footsteps. On the banks of Pasi Jaron Canal, there's a temple called Wat Paknam Pasi Jaron. In 1916, the position of abbot at the temple had been vacant for many years. His Excellency, Somdet Prawanarat of Wat Prat Chetupon, who was the monastic governor of this district, consecrated Luang Pa Wat Paknam as the new abbot so that he wouldn't have to continue his nomadic existence. Luang Pa Wat Paknam reluctantly accepted the title with the intentions of remaining acting abbot for only 3 months, but eventually his position was made permanent. Taking on the duty of governing Wat Paknam was a heavy responsibility indeed for the new abbot, because neither the monks nor the devotees accepted him at first. It was only a minority who cooperated. The rest conspired to slander and discredit him. Often they were drunk and disorderly. Sometimes they made attempts on his life, even going as far as to try gunning Luang Pa Wat Paknam down in front of his congregation. In spite of his dangers, Luang Pa maintained, "We monks must never fight nor run away, but must persevere in our pursuit of good deeds. This is the only way we can win at all times." He had to endure in the face of multitudinous problems and hindrance while at the same time developing the temple in every way by encouraging the monks and novices to study both the scriptures and meditation. The numbers of monks in the monastic community of Wat Paknam gradually increased. Luang Pa Wat Paknam fulfilled his long-standing wish to open a college for scriptural studies and a temple refectory. He supported the spiritual education of monks and lay devotees alike, and gave training in meditation for the congregation on a regular basis. His perseverance in teaching Buddhism, making the knowledge and inspiration to meditate known in ever-broadening circles of society. Luang Pa Wat Paknam meditated consistently and used his knowledge of meditation to lead continually more subtle research into the true nature of life and the world, especially to quench the sufferings of the human condition. He built a special building at his home to his meditation research, calling it the Meditation Workshop. It was designated to be used for meditation research by 2 teams working in shifts of 24 hours a day. Only those who had attained Dhammakaya would be able to help with such research. The reputation of Luang Pa Wat Paknam and those doing meditation research spread far and wide in Thailand and abroad. There were even faithful Buddhists who traveled from overseas to ordain as a monk and train themselves at Wat Paknam. The first ever foreigner to ordain as a monk in Thailand ordained with Luang Pa at Wat Paknam. From the first day Luang Pa Wat Paknam became abbot, he had to bear a heavy burden indeed, whether it be the burden of scriptural and meditational education, the spread of knowledge of Dhammakaya, repair and expansion of the monastic facilities, or pastoral activities for the congregation. Luang Pa Wat Paknam rested little. Towards the end of his life, he became fatally ill with hypertension and a hernia. In spite of his illness, he never abandoned his meditation or teaching duties. He exhorted disciples always to continue with their meditations and support of the monastic community. At one time, when he was seriously ill, knowing that he wouldn't live much longer, he confided to his elder sister that he was anxious that there would be no successor to the Dhammakaya tradition. It was a few days later that the anxiety disappeared from his face, and he mentioned that the reason was that a successor had been born in Singburi province. He ordered Kunyai Chankanok Yung, the nun most adept amongst his meditators, to remain at Wat Paknam as heir to the Dhammakaya traditions, teaching meditation until the successor came to study with her. He added that he would not recover from his illness, that the medicine he took didn't reach the real illness because karma intervened to make it ineffective. Luang Por Wat Paknam knew 5 years in advance of his impending death, warning his disciples of the fact. He was to pass away peacefully on 3rd February 1959 at Wat Paknam, Pasir Jaron, at the age of 74. Even though the light Luang Por Wat Paknam shone forth to the world has now extinguished, but the flames of his teachings burns on in the form of the knowledge of Dhammakaya, a legacy of meditation experience which brings insight into the importance in our lives of pursuing perfection and training ourselves to attain Dhammakaya. As such knowledge of inner peace spreads out to the world, it continues to make no small contribution to the attainment of true peace in the world. Even to this day, the precious heritage of the knowledge of Dhammakaya continues to flourish in all walks of society. Disciples of Luang Por Wat Paknam now practice meditation throughout the world and continue to perpetuate his life's work and mission out of gratitude to he who rediscovered the knowledge of Dhammakaya